Here we have IIT JEE Main's math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. The number of solutions of the equation 9 over x negative 9 over square root of x positive 2 times 2 over x negative 7 over square root of x positive 3 equals to 0. Okay, so we have to find the number of solutions. Usually the number of solutions means we have to understand the number of real solutions for this equation. Okay, so in my first step what I'm going to do is I'm going to write this 9 over x as 9 times 1 over x negative, and this 9 over square root of x can be written as 9 times 1 over square root of x positive 2 times, and this 2 over x can be written as 2 times 1 over x negative, this 7 over square root of x can be written as 7 times 1 over square root of x positive 3 equals to 0. Okay, now let me assign a new variable for this 1 over square root of x, that is let y equals to 1 over square root of x. Now I'm going to square both sides of this equation, then I'm getting y square equals to 1 over square root of x the whole square. Okay, here we have y square on the left side. Here we have square for a fraction 1 over square root of x. Whenever we have an exponent in common for a fraction, the exponent can be taken separately for numerator and denominator. Then I'm getting 1 square over square root of x whole square. Here the square root and square will cancel out, then we get y square equals to, so the evaluation of 1 square is just 1, and in denominator we just have x. Okay, now let me go to the equation over here. Now 9 times, for this 1 over x we can plug in y square, because we got it that y square equals to 1 over x. So for this 1 over x we can plug in y square negative 9 times. For this 1 over square root of x we can plug in y 9y positive 2 times, here 2 times 1 over x. For this 1 over x we can plug in y square, then I'm getting 2y square negative, here we get 7 times y positive 3 equals to 0. Here the product of two algebraic expressions is equal to 0. Whenever the product of two quantities is equal to 0, either the first one may be 0 or the second one may be 0. So if the first one is 0, then I'm getting 9y square negative 9y positive 2 equals to 0. If the second one is equal to 0, then I'm getting the equation 2y square negative 7y positive 3 equals to 0. Okay, now I got two quadratic equations in terms of the variable y. So solving each of these two quadratic equations, I'll be getting two values for y. So for two quadratic equations, I'll be getting 4 values for y. Anyways, so as I said already, the number of solutions means we have to understand the number of real solutions. So for that we have to solve for y properly. Okay, so let's try to solve the first quadratic equation over here by factoring. For that we have to multiply the constant term positive 2 by the coefficient of y square, which is 9. When I multiply this positive 2 by the coefficient of y square 9, I am getting a positive 18. Now what I have to do is I have to get two factors for this positive 18, so that the sum of the two factors is equal to the coefficient of y, that is negative 9. I think negative 6 and negative 3 will work. When I multiply negative 6 and negative 3, I'm getting positive 18. When I add them, I'm getting negative 9, which is a coefficient of y over here. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to divide both these factors by the coefficient of y square, that is 9. Okay, now let me divide the first one by 9 and the second one by 9. So when I simplify this one, I'll be getting 2 over 3. That is 3 goes into 6 2 times, 3 goes into 9. 3 times, here 3 goes into 3 1 times, 3 goes into 9 3 times. Here I'm getting negative 1/3. Okay, now I got the two factors for positive 18, and also I have simplified. Okay, now what I have to do is I have to get the two values of y for this quadratic equation, I just have to change the sign of each of these two factors. Okay, now let me consider the first one. It's having negative sign. When I change this negative sign, it will be positive 2 over 3. That's the first value of y. Now to get the second value of y in this quadratic equation, we have to change the sign of the second factor, then it will be 1 over 3. That's the second value of y, that is y equals to 1 over 3. Okay, now let's solve the second quadratic equation over here. So the same thing, that is we have to multiply the constant term positive 3 by the coefficient of y square. When I do so, I'm getting positive 6. Now I have to get two factors for this positive 6, so that the product of two factors equals to positive 6, and the sum of the two factors is equal to the coefficient of y, that is negative 7. So I think negative 6 and negative 1 will work. When I multiply them, I'm getting positive 6. When I add them, I'm getting negative 7, which is a coefficient of y. Okay, now what I have to do is I have to divide both the factors by the coefficient of y square, that is 2. So negative 6 over 2 is negative 3, and we cannot simplify this one anymore. We have to keep this one as it is. Okay, now to get the first value of y in this quadratic equation, I have to change the sign of the first factor. So already it's negative. If I change the sign, it will become positive, that is positive 3. And to get the second value of y in this quadratic equation, I have to change the sign of the second factor. It's negative. If I change the sign, it will be positive 1 over 2. Actually, y is a variable taken by us to make the solving process easier. It can be replaced by the original stuff, that is 1 over square root of x. Now, in these 4 equations, we can replace the y by 1 over square root of x. Then I'm getting, if I replace this y by 1 over square root of x, then I'm getting 1 over square root of x equals to 2 over 3. And here 1 over square root of x equals to 1 over 3. And here 1 over square root of x equals to 3. Here 1 over square root of x equals to 1 over 2. Now what we can do is we can square both sides to get the square root for x, and we can solve for x. So if I solve the first equation for x, I'll be getting one value the same in this equation, in this equation, in this equation. So solving these 4 equations, I will be getting 4 real values for x, because none of the equations will be getting imaginary value for x, because to get up the square root in each of these 4 equations, we will square on both sides. When we square both on both sides, so there's no chance to get imaginary value for x. So solving these 4 equations for x, I'll be getting 4 real values. That means the number of solutions for the given equations is 4 real solutions. We find 4 in answer choice D. The correct answer choice for this question is D.